All right, how's everyone doing? I'm Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out my channel. So what I want to get into today is something kind of a little different than a lot of things I usually talk about, which if you watch any of my YouTube or listen to my podcast, I'm always telling people to try different style workouts, right? To learn how to evolve over the years, also how to go on YouTube, watch many different types of things regarding working out, because there are so many different advancements always going on. Also read about it as well. But in this case, what I want to talk about is other people's horrible habits in the gym, or how people need to focus in on people that are not working out correctly. Which I know sounds kind of crazy, but a lot of people in the gym are not. So just a heads up, this is mainly for people working out in the gym, but it could be used anywhere. It could be in yoga, Pilates, whatever the case may be, whatever you're doing. A lot of times people are not working out correctly or doing the exercises right. And what you got to do sometimes is pay attention to those people. Reason being is you may be one of those people. What I learned over the years a lot of times that regarding gains in the gym, and not getting gains, believe it or not, sometimes by doing something wrong actually was still right. And I'm learning that more and more on YouTube. So sometimes what you thought was cheating is actually good for a certain type of body part, I guess you could say. It was funny because I once had a buddy that said, even if I'm cheating regarding something when he was working out, he was always working out something else, which was a funny perspective on that, on working out. But back to you kind of paying attention to how people are working out in the gym and kind of focusing in mainly to prevent injuries. I tell a lot of people that a lot of times when you see people, say for instance, squatting incorrectly or deadlifting incorrectly or doing anything incorrectly, you got to be aware, because a lot of times you don't realize they're going to pay a price for that. I have a lot of friends that deadlifted incorrectly and squatted incorrectly, and their backs are destroyed over the years, which is horrible. So yeah, also pay attention to people's workouts, because a lot of people that are working out really incorrectly in the gym, they also can cause you danger. I know this sounds crazy, especially if you're going to be spotting these people. Be very aware, and sometimes it's hard to go up to a guy and say, hey dude, I don't think you're doing this correctly, or be careful, you're going to hurt yourself, right? Because they'll take on an attitude with you. But if you have to squat, if you're spotting somebody squatting and they're going a lot heavier than they should be, and if that shit falls, it falls on you, right? Or even say you're doing bench press, a lot of times some guys, they'll start pushing out, let's say if they're on the bench, more reps than they can actually do, and before you know it, you're pulling on it, trying to help them, and before you know it, you can actually start taking a toll on your shoulder and lower back, neck as well. So don't let other people, basically who are working out incorrectly, that you may be working out with, hurt you. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it's true. And one of the other things I want to talk about regarding people that aren't working out correctly in the gym is when sometimes people are working out incorrectly, I learn a lot of things that I can incorporate into my workout, or create things that are very similar to what they're doing and just tweaking it, that would work really well for me. So by them doing it wrong is actually helping me look at something and making it right. And I don't know if you've ever seen, sometimes you could see these YouTube videos, and I see them on social media with all these guys doing all these wacky things in the gym, right, that look ridiculous, and they always, something happens, they fall, or the weight falls on them. And I'm not talking that type of stuff where it's very extreme. I'm just talking, even if you see somebody, for instance, back to a gym, doing a certain type of exercise, and I see this more and more, I'm like, wow, I've never seen that before. I don't think he's doing that correctly, or maybe he might be kind of doing it correctly, but I've never done it before. But if I just do this, or try this, or tweak that here, that I think would work for me. So that is something to really pay attention to. Because I think a lot of times we only focus in on what we think is always right in the gym, right? We're like, okay, that guy's, he's doing that movement correctly, he's doing tries correctly, he's doing bis, we get all that. But sometimes there's a lot of creativity going on inside a gym, or in any type of workout. And it could be even somebody stretching. It could be somebody doing whatever the case may be. And that's how we all evolve, I think, with fitness, is by experimenting and trying different types of workouts. I always said, when you walk into a gym any workout facility, a lot of times they have a certain amount of equipment, but you can take one piece of equipment and do literally 50 types of things on it, right? It's just how you go about it. So just definitely pay attention to that when working out, I think, because like I said, a lot of us are only concentrating on what, what has been the proper way to always do something. But if you be shocked by coming in and seeing either people doing it incorrectly or you just kind of figuring out doing things incorrectly, and by tweaking things can go a long way. All right. I'm going to wrap it up there. If you get a chance, check out my podcast, The Rich Celenza Show. WTF are you talking about? I'm also on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. If you get a chance, subscribe. All right. Take care. And that's all I got for you.